For those that really just don't know, do you mind introducing yourself to the camera?
I'm Andy C from Ram Records.
And I'm Scott, Red One, from Ram Records.
What would you say was the first big tune, a big release that put Ram on the map?
The first release that put Ram on the map was Valley of the Shadows. People really responded to it and it gave us a lot of confidence, to carry on. Because before that we'd been working for maybe 2 or 3 years making tunes and not really knowing what was going to be our format in making tunes and what was the right thing to do, what was the wrong thing to do, and it's just a bit of self-discovery, isn't it, when you first start making tunes.
Was there a particular sound that you were going for, that you knew you wanted that label to kind of stand for back then?
When Ram was started, I think jungle was only just starting to come about, and the break in the scene had happened between the hardcore sound and the breakbeat sound, and the 4/4 house harder stuff was going its way, and then the breakbeat heavy beatline stuff was sort of at a crossroads, and we just kind of naturally sort of went with a break, because I've always been in, when I started when I was younger, much younger, I was playing the drums and that, so always been into the funkier breaks kind of side of stuff.
When you think of Ram Records now, you think of the family, you think of Shimon, you think of Red One, Moving Fusion. How and when did the roster kind of expand?
We've grown up together. Even back then in the 93, 94, we was all going out and going to clubs, AWOL every week. Me and Shim used to go every week to that religiously. Shim kind of started to get his set up and teach himself how to make, use the equipment, and, we'd give advice and that, and he inspired the Moving Fusion guys. They was good friends with him, so he's inspired them and they've inspired us. It's kind of gone like a domino effect. Everybody's kind of inspired
friends with friends and everybody going out together, and you can see one man getting on with one thing and then they're like, I wouldn't mind having a go at that, and it's kind of, as you say, like a snowball effect, and everyone's just one big happy family now.
To someone who say it's their dream as a producer to have a release on Ram Records, how do they actually go about doing that, achieving that, being one of the crew?
You don't really get a lot of time to listen to demos, but maybe once a month, once every 2 months or something, you have a big listen through. And we've actually started, a couple of other labels now specifically for that purpose, because every tune might not be like, oh, that's a Ram tune or a Lifting tune, but started Frequency and Highlight a couple of years ago. But Frequency's been the main sort of the driving force bringing new people through, and it's enabled us to release a lot of tunes from different artists and unknown artists that maybe wouldn't have got released in the first place. But it's a good, it's been a great showcase later for people like Exile, Echo and Sabotage from the States, Magistrate and Nicole, The Outfit. Our own Eddie Wu, who's local to us, who's coming with some big tunes, and obviously Subfocus, who's become like a firm Frequency artist and has now moved up to the Ram label as well.
We just want to build our catalogue and our roster and push new artists into the limelight as much as we can.
We've got to talk about kind of the Nightbreed guys. How did that come about? Where's it going?
The Nightbreed guys, Nigel Ashley and Sam, they've been coming out on the road with me for a few years, we'll all go out and have a laugh at the weekends and stuff, and they've been making tunes for quite a while, and so one night we were out on the road and they got a CD of some new track. They're like, oh, check out the last tune, see what you think of it, it's a bit different, but see how it grabs you. And as soon as it started, even before it had dropped, I was like, what the, I've got to rewind it, play it. What is this? This is an intro, this is what I'm talking about. This is really different. And I went in the club and started with it on CD, and it smashed up the rave and had to get a rewind, and everyone was going crazy. And when we got back in the car on the way home, everyone's buzzing, excited, thinking of ideas of how to, take it to the next level.
Scott Mills was playing on Radio 1, innit? And they had a text poll.
Yeah.
And one guy was like, that's wicked, with more of that stuff on daytime. Another guy's like, it's total rubbish. Do you know what I mean? It just creates controversy.
Other projects that are happening right now, have to mention Nightlife 2.
Yeah, we've got the new Nightlife project has just come out recently, and that's been, very, very good for us, in terms of the new process, when Scott suggested it, start of last year, when we did the Nightlife one, licensing records from people and you know, putting out a CD in that compilation context was something completely new for us, you know, and it was cool that everybody in the scene wanted to give up their tunes.
I think everyone's been willing to help out because drum and bass is a self-sufficient scene, and obviously if they can see like us independents trying to do this rather than, you know, let the majors earn money off your back, then, you know, I think that that's why they've been willing to help, and, you know, and they can see that we're going to promote it properly and pay them on time and all them type of things. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I think it's been a success. Because like, obviously the people that buy the CDs as well, people that go out, they want to buy into the scene as well and see what we're doing. And because it's coming from an underground independent label, you know, it feels, I think people feel that they're doing their part as well to keep the scene alive.
But what are your thoughts on the current state of the drum and bass scene?
I think it's healthier than ever, personally, musically as well. The amount of parties that are going on, and they're all packed, you know, they're all packed, and the amount of music that's about and to choose from. In London itself, how huge it is, and the rest of the country and the whole, you know, the world. There's stuff going on in, you know, obviously America, there's loads of stuff going on, Canada, Europe, Eastern Europe, Japan, Dubai, Australia, New Zealand. I mean, it's amazing how much it has grown in the past 10 years, you know. The whole vibe of it, the energy, the positive, yeah, the culture, the whole, like, you just get caught up in it, and I think that's proved itself all around the world.
It's just so healthy.
Yeah,
you can't knock it one little bit, that it's so big right now.
I think that's part of the benefits of the past year or two as well, is the way the whole internet thing's opened up with people getting into the music, and now DJs are getting their music via AIM and stuff like that. We've been able to get tunes from producers all around the world.
Where's RAM standing with the whole MP3 debate? Is the RAM catalogue going to be available for download?
Yeah, we're going to start with like the back catalogue. It's going to be on like a couple of different sites. We're not going to sign up to like hundreds and hundreds. It's something we're going to, you know what I mean, we're going to tread cautiously with it and see how it goes.
I think you should make the music available to people, you know. You can't say no, you can't get it because you can't buy it on a 12-inch piece of vinyl or something like that, but...
No, as a label, it's your job to promote the music on as many formats as possible.
And if that's a new technology, you know, and a new way that people are buying, I mean, I buy tunes at MP3s, you know, so if I buy them, you know, that's my thing. I think it's going to be a good thing, and I think it's going to even open the market up even more and get drum and bass to more and more people. Obviously, when it comes to downloading music
for free,
illegally, you know, with the sharing websites, then, you know, like Scott said, the scene is self-sustained, you know, so if people go downloading your music, you know, if producers are out there and their sole form of income is through, you know, the music that they sell. If people download their music and don't pay the respects to like give them the money for the effort, you know, and pay for their works, then that's just going to end up, you know, starving the whole pipeline of people making music, you know. It's not going to give the producers the inspiration to carry on much further if they're forever being, you know, the music's being kind of stolen from them.
What should people be looking out for from RAM Records?
We've got the Christmas party coming up down the end in December, which is going to be huge. We've got a massive lineup for that one. We've got a lot of back-to-backs happening, a lot of like current DJs doing
some old school
sets in the second room. We've also got an MC
doing
big
an old
time
school
MC
set.
doing old school DJ set in the second room. We've got loads of stuff going on.
Yeah, we're going to do something different. We like to do that on our Christmas parties. We like to, do you know what I mean, try and get as much in there as possible and just make it a party, really. Do you know what I mean?
Finally, we're down here, AKA, next door to the N Club. Is it your favourite venue?
It is, yeah. I love it down here, man. I love it. It's like home down here, man. This side, the crowd's always wicked. The sound system's smashing. You know, the vibe is just wicked. When I get behind the deck, it just feels like
it's good,
so
man, because you're in with the crowd.
Yeah,
you know
you're
what I
in
mean?
the
You're in
middle of the crowd. You've got people behind you, to the sides, in front of you, and you can feel the whole, you know, the electric vibe in the club. And that's what I just love coming down here, man.
It's come a long way, man,
Yeah.
to be like that. I can remember putting on parties in cowsheds. Literally,
Yeah, I can
with
remember.
with a generator running out of petrol and all that. I can remember all
the
that.
amp down in the
Yeah.
couch.
You know what I mean? It's come all
The
this
whole
way,
thing,
and
man.
like, you know, we're in like £1 million clubs now, man. It's-
Multi-million
it's
pound
crazy.
clubs, and like when we started out, as Scott said, he's got a barn in some field somewhere in Kent.
Getting chased by the
Don't
police.
tell the old Bill though. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wow. So no, it's wicked. Love the end.
I think for the intimacy, Can't beat that atmosphere. It's low ceilings, everyone's up close, and it's rowdy. Sound system smashing. You know what I mean? And the whole vibe's just, you know, you can feel it.
We just get good support for it. It's a good night. It's a friendly atmosphere. Come down.
Hi, I'm outside the End in central London and it's the Ram night tonight. I'm going to be speaking to the Ram crew and talking about the label, see what's coming up, what's going on with everything and all the projects, and have a good night out of it.
It's Ram Friday night. Somebody say yeah!
Hello? Hello? Yeah, I'm in a rave. Yeah, I'm in a rave. Bye.
It was cool, do you know what I mean? Warmed the crowd up, got them going. Yeah.
How important are the nights for the label?
Like it's a showcase for our label, do you know what I mean? We want to stay at the forefront as much as we can. And this night is like, it's a big thing.
What does playing at Ram mean to you? I mean, it's got to be nice having your own event, right?
Oh yeah, it's the best, man. It's like, it's kind of our, well, we've had it for so long, it's like our little testing ground for tunes and stuff that we've been making, do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, we always know that it's coming up, so like, it's that solid thing that's been there for years, and like, yeah, it's really cool, man. Like, I hope we can do it forever, do you know what I mean?
So what tunes did you play tonight of your own creation? A few bits?
Yeah, I've got a few bits coming out. I was playing quite a few things off the last part of the Ram Raiders. Presenting my man Sub Focus over there, he's fucking hot property right now. I am known for being more of a producer, so I think like, you know, the next year or so, I want to concentrate a bit more on like showing people that I'm a DJ as well. Just get out there, you know, just show people, alright, you can make tunes, but you can do this too, do you know what I mean?
As I said, always a pleasure, Mr. Shimon.
Thank you, always a pleasure, man.
Look forward to
guys
see you
take
down here
care,
again.
Crazy kids.
That's nice.
That's what I call vibes. Keep that coming all night long till 5 o'clock in the morning. It's Ram. Ram it back.
It's your debut, right, for Ram Records?
That's right, man. Yeah, definitely. It's my first set at the End, so it's really, really looking forward to it, man. I kind of played most of my own stuff, really. Do you know what I mean? Like, I dropped it like probably about 70% my stuff, but so that's all the exclusives I've got right now. Do you know what I mean? Apart from that new Ram stuff and that.
Okay, let's roll, man. Whoa!
What do you bring to the night?
As well as I just bring some added flavour. Something a little bit different as well, because I remember I'm bringing that thing from the jump up raves as well, but not too much, you know. Nice to complement the mixes and talk to the crowd. At that kind of time in the morning, it's just good to keep them alive, do you know what I mean?
I'm happy to be here with one half of Moving Fusion, Jeff. You look pumped up, ready for tonight.
I am, mate. Yeah, I've just turned up. Ready to go, man. Ram night at the End, it's always good, isn't it? Got a load of new dubs and, you know what I mean, it's all good, yeah. But it's always a stressful one, you know, the day of the Ram night, it's like you've got to get your stuff done, and Thursday night's always about getting new tunes ready and stuff, you know. But it's cool, man. It's like, it's what it's all about, do you know what I mean? Here he is, he's just turned up.
Easy, and there's the other half. How you doing, Spa?
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Good.
Easy.
So you've been having a hectic one with him then, knocking up some beats?
For definite, mate. The last couple of weeks has been beats.
Yeah.
Weeks for beats, man. Yeah.
You trying to take my flag? Get flying. Whoa!
How about that?
You guys just built a studio or something, right?
That's right, mate, yeah. We,
Brick for brick.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because you used to be builders, am I right?
That's right, mate.
Yeah. So it's a tidy studio then?
Yeah,
Nice,
for definite,
nice.
man. No
Nice,
shabbiness
mate.
going on.
Nice, man. Oh, man, my adrenaline's pumping. I'm looking forward to getting there and dealing with the matter.
Well, I look forward to seeing you guys tearing it up in there. man.
Safe, Joe.
Nice to see you as
Thanks,
always,
bro.
guys.
Wicked, dude.
Wicked,
Safe,
wicked.
man. Peace
Moving
out.
Fusion. So what's your favourite Ram release to date?
Oh, that's a tricky one. There's so many, man.
My biggest favourite Ram track to date?
There's so many, man. What can you do?
What's that one now? There's one that's come. I don't know if it's coming out yet.
Oh, mate.
I'm gonna go with Recharge.
Lunar Bass.
On the spot, I'd have to say Quest, because that kicked it off for me.
He goes, yeah. Now is the fucking time.
The Cause and Effect, all them tracks, but all across the catalogue, man.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Cold Kit, now's the time, now's the time.
Somebody make some noise for Rugby so fancy.
Hi, what's up? This is Joe Oakley. I'm down here at Electric PR with, without a doubt, the hottest breakthrough producer in the scene right now, Mr. Subfocus. How are you doing, sir?
Thanks, man. Very good. Cheers for coming on with the interview, man.
Can we just talk about kind of how you got into this? I mean, what was your musical background, influences and things like that?
Right, basically I started playing bass in a rock band like when I was kind of 12, 13 sort of time. I was never very good at playing, so I kind of just drifted into production when I got into dance music, more or less.
As in going to raves, were you DJing, have your own pair of decks? What was
No,
that?
at the time I was just into the sounds, man. I was well young at the time, so I was just kind of buying it on tape packs, you know, listening to pirate radio, things like Cool FM.
So what are your earliest memories of actually making beats?
I used to produce on like an old Acorn computer, man. It was just kind of fucking around at the time. But I started off kind of making like rock style tracks, and then I kind of started using break beats and stuff like that, and that's what just came from there, really, just having fun on the PC.
So what was your kind of earliest creation?
One of the first tunes I ever did, I think I sampled my mum on it, like a little speech sample. When I first started making drum and bass beats, it was much more melodic. I was into the kind of sweet melodic intro, and then kind of dirty drop type tune. Nowadays I like to do everything, basically, as much different stuff as I can, really, like trying to never make the same tune twice, do you know what I mean?
So what was it that caught the attention of Ram Records then?
When I first hooked up with Andy, he got given a CD. My mate gave him a CD, and I didn't sort of really think he'd call back at all, but he gave me a call out of the blue like a week later, and he just said he was like impressed with the kind of diversity of the thing.
So, I mean, how does the deal with Ram work now? I mean, are you still releasing on other labels? Or?
No, I mean, it's pretty much locked down now, but I mean, I'm really pleased with the way it's worked out, man.
End of the day, anyone who I've ever spoken to on Ram, once you're on there, you've got no need to go anywhere.
That's it, man. I mean, they've really brought me on board, and like, you know, I'm really content just releasing beats for them. They've got me busy, do you know what I mean? I'm sort of doing a remix for them, 2 more 12s on Frequency, and then I've got an album coming as well, so I've got loads of stuff to do, do you know what I mean? It's not like kind of, not
so
like
would
I'm
it
not
be a
busy.
proper concept artist album?
Well, I'm not going to go too conceptual. I just want to kind of cover like 360 degrees, like the whole spectrum, really. I want to get as many different types of tune on there as I can, really, and just make it all strong, because I find quite a lot of D&B albums are like, there's, you know, you buy them for a few good tunes, but I kind of want to make the whole thing really, really like as strong as I can, basically.
What kind of artist albums would you like to kind of
Well, I like to emulate.
Kind of
Well, I think one of my favourites probably Matrix. I think it was Sleepwalk quite a few years ago now, but I just like the kind of, there's quite a lot of different sounds on there, and just like the whole production throughout the album was really, really slick, and like just as a whole package, that was a big album for me. Probably like things like Speed of Sound as well, although that was more like a compilation. But yeah, man, loads of albums. I mean, like Timeless as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know producers, you know, hate putting, you know, their sound in a box kind of thing. But I mean, to someone that hadn't heard you before, how would you describe your sound?
I especially don't want to kind of define it too much. But if you're going to go for anything, I'd probably go for kind of musical but heavy.
Would there ever be any collaborations on the album?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping to do some collaborations with some of the Ram guys. I've talked to Shimon, Moving Fusion and Nightbreed. So hopefully this summer, fingers crossed, I'm going to get in the studio with them guys and see what happens, man.
Leveling with me, is it a dream come true to be working around those sort of guys?
Yeah, big time, man, big time. Definitely. I mean, I couldn't have expected it.
So do you know what you're going to be remixing yet?
I've got a choice of any of the Ram back catalogues, so I've just got to basically kind of go through everything and make my decision. Right now I'm kind of leaning on like updating one of the old classics, like maybe Lena Bass, Recharge, one of those tunes kind of thing.
If I had £10 in my pocket this weekend, going into a record shop, what should I be picking up of yours?
Pure bashing dance floor, you probably want to go and get Ghosts. That's a tune I've done with Danny Wheeler. That should be coming out in the next couple of months. If you're on a kind of more sort of like more kind of crazy sort of techie tip, you want to pick up Acid Test. That's the new thing I've got coming on Frequency.
We're down here at Electric PR. I know you're getting a whole load of love from the press right now.
That's right, yeah.
Does it you feeling the pressure, or are you still just rolling out the beats?
No, I kind of like after I got the first tune signed, I felt the pressure big time. Like I produced the whole summer, like this was last summer, and like came out with one good Liquid track and like nothing else. Like literally went through a big dry patch. So I'm kind of used to that now. Like no, I'm pretty happy in the studio at the moment, man. It's going all the stuff I'm starting seems to be going nice.
Finally, I mean, you know, people always come up these days saying, you know, what's that new Sub Focus thing? So when I'm next down at, you know, an event and you're playing, you know, what's the biggest stuff that you've just, you know, just put your finishing touches?
I've just finished, right? Probably Sound Guy. That's a new thing I've got coming. I think that's coming next release on Frequency. There's a track called Blue Note as well, which is doing damage. All the Ram guys are playing it basically, and it's Sound Guy is basically a kind of reggae, kind of ragga sort of tip, kind of updated. Like a lot of people are bringing back that kind of sound right now, and I had a couple of nice sounds for that, so I thought I'd roll out one of them. And that's it, man.
Cool, man. Well, I look forward to hearing it and just about everything else you're making at the moment.
Yeah, cheers for sorting me out. Cheers for the support, mate.
It's all good, man. Keep it up.
Nice one, bro.